Until now, you could buy Apple products either online or through a network of the company's premium resellers. Now, the Mumbai store, with its design inspired by the city's famous black and yellow taxis, and the Delhi store, which takes inspiration from the city's many historic gates, will allow Apple to sell its products directly to you. The store opening come at a time when Apple has placed two broad bets on India. The first is that it can de-risk the manufacturing of its devices by shifting some of the capacity away from China to India along with other countries like Vietnam. Progress has already been made on this front. Exports of made in India iPhones jumped about 4 times to top $5 billion in FY23 as compared to FY22. The other bet is that India's market is potentially massive and could power Apple's sales growth. Here too, some changes have already been hinted at. According to Bloomberg, Apple Inc. is reshuffling the management of its international businesses, with India set to become its own sales region for the first time. The move hasn't been officially announced yet. But during the last earnings call, CEO Tim Cook reportedly compared the current state of Apple's operations in India to its early years in China, adding that Apple was applying in India the lessons it had learned in China years ago. But looking to the Indian market to replicate what China did for Apple's business in the past 15 years is not without its associated challenges. At present, China generates about $75 billion a year for Apple, making it the tech giant's biggest sales region after the Americas and Europe. On the other hand, Apple India's consolidated revenue touched an all-time high of slightly more than $4 billion in the financial year 2022. Apple follows an October to September fiscal year. Also, its most popular offering, the iPhone, is still an aspirational product in India's price-sensitive market, where more than 95% of smartphones run on Google's Android platform. Against this backdrop, will the Mumbai and Delhi stores help Apple boost its sales in India? And will they help increase its market share?
These stores will not have direct and very near impact on the sales because right now India is still, as you said, price sensitive market. Apple plays in 40,000 plus, which is only 7% of the market, which can grow. But I think that limits Apple's growth potential also when 80% of the market is less than 25,000 rupees. This will have a positive rub-off effect gradually in the sense that consumers will experience the products, and it will possibly push the competition also to have similar kind of experience in the stores.
I think India is now a very important market for Apple. Is the world's second largest smartphone market, and Apple's share in India is still around 5 to 6%, which is the lowest among the top 5 countries where Apple operates. So, if you look at from the store strategy, I think what the key takeaway here is not about the sales, but it's more about the experience. So, Apple wants to control end-to-end experience of the users.
Meanwhile, at $7,130, India per capita income in purchasing power parity, or triple P, terms is the lowest among the 26 countries where Apple has a brick and mortar retail presence. Still, according to the media report that highlighted this point, India's size and skewed income distribution end up making it an attractive market for Apple. Furthermore, market research firm Counterpoint estimates that India's premium smartphone category is clocking 11% annual growth. And Apple, which accounted for over a third of the premium smartphones shipped in the country last year, is the leader in this category. Still, the premium segment will only account for 13% of the overall market by volumes in 2023. Also, there is some disagreement on exactly how robust and large India's middle class, which drives consumption, really is. For example, a 2022 report by the Institute for Competitiveness, based on government data, found that a monthly wage of 25,000 rupees would land an Indian among the top 10% of earners in the country. With that in mind, what do experts think about Apple's chances of replicating its China success story in India?
Replicating China story is slightly difficult because their per capita income is 2 to 3 times more than India. Their average selling price of the phone is about 2.5 times in India. They have 90% plus penetration. India has less than 50% penetration, which is obviously a positive thing. That's why Apple wants to be here. There's no other market which still has 500 million non-smartphone users, and they would come from either upgrade or new to smartphone users. Obviously, Apple will not be able to capture all of them because they are a premium brand in India.
Will it be able to replicate the same success? We don't know yet. what Apple is doing correctly in the India market is they are increasing the affordability factor. So they are not just selling the 70,000 rupees phone. So you can buy a iPhone at like 3,000, 4,000 rupees, going on a 24 month EMI plan. So that way you can, you can shift a lot of Android user base to the Apple ecosystem.
Experts feel that while replicating the China story may be a tough task, Apple will increasingly look to India to drive growth. For its part, Apple will take heart in knowing that in 2008, when it first set up its first retail store in China, the country's per capita income was similar to where India's stands today. So, its bet may pay off as India remains a bright spot in an otherwise gloomy global economy.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.